Welcome aboard the Genesis G80. Into drive, and away we go. Whoever was driving this before me, right to relaxed driving position. So first thing to note in this particular G80 is it's very, very brown. I mean, this is all standard stuff at Milbrook. Off he goes. You look hilarious, sir. First thing to note is that the driving is super smooth, and you would expect that from what is a luxury executive saloon. Digital display, and when you indicate left or right, a little camera comes up and shows your blind spot, which is a lovely touch. But it is an extraordinarily posh place to be. It's a very nice place to be, in fact. So this has got all-wheel drive, and because I'm a terrible motoring journalist, yeah, I'm going to call myself a motoring journalist, I have checked 0 of the specs before jumping in. So the specs of this particular vehicle should be appearing on your screen very shortly. Now, as with most press cars, this is top of the range, so it comes with every single bell and whistle that you can imagine, but it feels extraordinarily well put together, very tight. Now, it is a very long car, but it doesn't feel massive when you're in it. Here we go, let's go. The pickup is absolutely brilliant, and because of the head-up display, you don't have to, all right, I'll stick to my lane, you don't really have to do much with it. Designed for munching the miles. Now, what you can't feel there is the lane assist has just pointed me in the right direction there. Now, you've got to ask yourself, what is the G80 rivaling? Well, I imagine C-Class, but maybe in terms of its actual size, probably S-Class, Audi A6, BMW 5 Series. Yeah, I mean, it can easily hold its own. It feels luxurious enough, absolutely luxurious enough. You wouldn't buy one of these and think, this doesn't feel premium, because it absolutely does feel premium. Quite tight in the corner, very flat in the corners. So this is the hill route at Milbrook Proving Ground, designed to be fairly quick. Maximum speed limit down here is 55 miles an hour, but there's many gradients, many twists and turns. Fun little fact, Casino Royale, the scene where Aston Martin gets flipped by Daniel Craig, aka James Bond, that was filmed down here. In fact, right about here. And the thing is, you can't really tell that there is a family connection between Genesis and Hyundai/Kia. It's, to be honest, the styling, the interior, they're pretty chalk and cheese, to be honest. Although typically high-spec South Korean, and I mean that entirely as a compliment, the South Koreans make ridiculously good cars. And this, oh, I've got to tell you, it's really quite nice. Definitely a mile muncher. You don't expect this to be sporty. So for example, around this corner here, it's feeling pretty flat, pretty good. Not too much body roll, but just enough that it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Easily pulls me up this hill, which I now is a 14% gradient thanks to the sign. Climate control is lovely. But tell me in the comments, what do you think of the interior of this Genesis G80 Executive Saloon? Is it pushing your buttons? You can imagine driving, I don't know, from Stoke to somewhere else in it. I'm just picking random places in the UK. Boring drives. Tell us in the comments, what's your boring drive? My brain goes from Brighton to, actually Brighton to like Newcastle would be a great drive. And in this it would be lovely. Because you can just, I mean, I can't even convey to you how beautifully comfortable the seats are. They are preposterously comfortable. It just, it's an effortless cruiser. I'm desperately trying to find things that are wrong with it. It's not like, not even the badge, do you know what I mean? You've got, you could argue, well, I could get myself a Mercedes or a 5 Class or something like that. And yeah, you could, but I've got to say, I mean, I'm not, okay, here, I don't like the super tan on tan interior. I mean, even the seat belts are brown. And I don't think that's a particularly strong look for anyone involved. Certainly would clash with an outfit or two. There you go, there's the camera I'm talking about. There's your blind spot. That's a really good touch. It's not particularly novel, but it sounds, you know, it's a really good idea. Now stay tuned, because we're going to take this on the city track now, here at Milbrook Proving Ground. The city track, as the name suggests, is designed to replicate city driving. So slow speeds and tight corners, sudden stops, that kind of carry on. Doesn't matter where you are, the drivers don't indicate, does it? Alrighty then, onto the city track. Thank you, sir. Marshall's doing a wonderful job here, as per usual. Now, I'm going to say something a bit strange. It feels really nice when you turn. Now, I know all cars are designed to turn corners, bar some of the larger American ones, but turning in it feels like an occasion, not because it's big or it's bargy, but just because... Okay, so you have to depress the pedal all the way for the start-stop. Interesting. Although, not that interesting, really. Yeah, so cornering, doesn't it just... I like cornering because it makes you feel like you're doing something, makes you feel like you're actually driving. And as you go around these little tracks here, it's enjoyable. There you go. The Genesis G80 is enjoyable to turn, which is handy. It is turning on a sixpence here. One way, then the other. I'm in a Genesis. It's a Porsche Hyundai. Yes, very good. Just bowl through the no entry there. Don't worry about that, everybody. The signs are the wrong way. Wonderful. And everything's to hand as well, which I quite enjoy when it comes to the audio and everything. Big left, here we go. Kind of feels its size when you go around a bit of a hairpinny situation, but not gigantic. I like the head-up display has a picture of a G80 on it. That's a nice little touch. Yeah, I mean, for city driving, this would be okay. I mean, it's still the laws of physics, right? You can't make this car any smaller than it is. But what you don't want is an executive saloon feeling like an absolute barge. And it doesn't feel like a barge. But let's pull over and I'll give you a tour of the rest of the interior. Look at that. I will say the reverse and maneuvering cameras, etc. of this, in fact of the Genesis range in general, is bloody good. There we go. So, just before I pop out, let me give you a bit of a tour of the infotainment system. So, everything here is nicely machined aluminium. Home button there brings you home, and then this, as you click through, this gives you everything you need. Navigation is strong. You tap in the middle there, which is really good. It's all touchscreen, touchpad, sorry, technology there. And so when you get here, if you're driving, you can just write an S, and it comes up with an S, and then an I, and it comes up with an I, etc., etc. All in all, very, very good. So let me give you a bit of a tour. I mean, that's a nice touch, isn't it? So, first of all, let's have a little look in the back, and this is an absolute prize winner. So, don't mind my garbage. Look at this. You've got, like I say, it's tricked out because it's the press car, but screens in the back, everything you can imagine. And then the boot, again, the boot got to be open from the inside. So you just hold that button there, and up she goes. Nice big wide boot there. Fit a body in here, that's all you ever want. Can you fit a body in here? Yes, you can. There you go, gangsters, all good. But the back is just, this is lovely. I mean, look at this. This is incredible. I mean, I have so much room in here. Yep, straight into the boot there. Thought we was going to do a Rolls Royce with a fridge, but no. Everything is beautifully machined, and oh, what a beautiful place to be. Panoramic sunroof, stretches, gives a lot of light in here. Yeah, lovely. So there we have it, the Genesis G80. Tell us in the comments what you think of this brand new luxury South Korean car. Thank you for watching this POV review, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us for many more car reviews to come. Ha 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 ha!